Hi, this is Adam Tice with highlights from Unbound. This is going to be a weekly feature here on GIA's Soundboard, where we look at materials available from the Unbound platform for congregational song. Unbound is a place where you can get individual downloads of songs and hymns, and we also provide some little bundles of hymns seasonally or by author by season in the future. And this week, we're going to look at a bundle we've prepared for Holy Week. I'm going to take you there right now. You can see here we have 12 songs selected for Holy Week. And there are several for Palm Sunday first, and then Maundy Thursday, and 3 for Good Friday. You can purchase this bundle that gets you all of them for a low price. And each piece includes the full score as well as reprint boxes for use with one license. You can also purchase each of these pieces individually. If you go to this page on Unbound where you can see the full packet and buy that, you can also decide you just want one of them and go purchase that individually. This week, I'm going to be speaking with David Bjorlin, the author of Stay With Me, The Night Has Come, about this song. This is David Bjorlin, a good friend of mine, a hymn writer. GIA is proud to publish his collection, Protest of Praise, and we'll include a link to that in the video description as well. Welcome, Dave. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Adam.
So can you tell me a little bit about Stay With Me, The Night Has Come? First important question, how do you pronounce the tune name?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I don't know. I'm not Welsh, but it's something like Casga di fy mlentyn tlws.
Okay, that's impressive. Thank you.
I practiced it before I got on, and I'm sure I'm still butchering it.
I'm impressed too, because that's not one of the questions I sent you in advance. I decided I was going to spring that on you and see what happens. So,
Sure.
but you know me well enough to predict that.
Exactly.
How did you find the tune?
I was actually reading Alan Luff's book, Welsh Hymns and Their Tunes, I believe it's called. As you do if you're one of us. And it was when I was at BU, Boston University, and I one night was reading it, and I came across this tune, and it looked good, but I'm a terrible sight reader, so had no idea. So I just Googled the tune name, and this trio Plethlin came up. And when I listened to it, it just was this hauntingly beautiful song. And as I kept thinking about it, the kind of image that came to mind was Jesus in the garden the night before his crucifixion. And then kind of combined with the Taizé song, Stay With Me, Remain Here With Me, those words started to form. And it's actually one of the quickest things that ever came. It was just like, stay with me, the night has come. And, because of the repetitive nature of the tune, I repeated it, and then soon it will be morning. And at first I didn't know whether I wanted, like, there was kind of the double meaning of morning, depending on how you spelled it. Like, are we mourning, or there's hope in the morning, or what is coming in the morning? So I like kind of the ambiguous nature of that too.
And you built in the sequence. There's only one word that changes per stanza, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so tell me about the sequence that it goes through.
Well, part of it was obviously the biblical narrative, and I think a little bit about it, even if unconsciously, was the Taizé piece. But I started with stay because that's what Jesus says first to the disciples. And he says, I'm going to pray. And so I use and because of the rhetoric of going from stay to pray, which sounds pretty close. So that first transition sounds good in my ear. And then he also says, watch. So stay, pray, and watch. And weep isn't in there as much, but knowing that we're moving from kind of that Maundy Thursday to Good Friday, thinking of the grief that's there in the garden and coming, it felt right to end with weep with me.
One of the benefits of this piece, particularly in this weird pandemic year, is how flexible it can be. Can you make some suggestions for how churches might integrate this piece?
Yeah, A number of ways I can think of. Obviously, Maundy Thursday, when we tend to have this story read of Jesus in the garden, especially I think as in some churches there's a customary stripping of the altar, where all the paraments are taken away, kind of like all the comforts leave Jesus in the garden. And I could imagine singing it during that. But also when I was writing it, I was thinking just about those moments of grief, or those feelings of isolation, which, as you say, we're all experiencing in so many obvious ways right now. This idea that we're asking people to stay with us and pray with us, forging those connections in our isolation. So I could see it being used in times of grief. I can see it being used, for virtual choir, because it's a really easy 3-part song that you can adapt fairly easily. So I think, or a service of lament, all those areas would be places.
It's such a simple, straightforward song. One person singing it unaccompanied solo via Zoom would be
Yeah,
incredibly effective. They could do it with guitar as well. There's chords included. And as you said, a virtual choir, and all you would really need is 3 strong voices
yeah, exactly.
to put this together just beautifully. And it's the kind of thing that people can harmonize along with at home if they want to. So all kinds of uses for this. Um, I want to tell folks a little bit about the video we're going to share of it. This piece is included in Voices Together, the new Mennonite hymnal. So we're going to see a video of the Laurelville Music and Worship Leaders Retreat singing it a few years ago. And so this is, 150 Mennonite musicians a cappella singing the full harmony.
Nothing better.
Right. And by coincidence, the person leading it is Bradley Kaufman, editor of the Voices Together hymnal. And the Holy Week packet also includes a tune that he wrote for Good Friday. So I encourage our viewers to check that out too. Dave, thank you for your time. And we're going to take a look at this video now.
Great. Thanks, Adam.
Stay